Hello friends, welcome to Sai Legal Thus. In this channel, we are dealing with both civil and criminal citations for judicial aspirants. Today, I am dealing with a criminal citation. This verdict was given in the year 2019 by Justice Anand Venkatesh of High Court of Madras, Madurai bench. The name of the parties of this case is Balasubramaniam versus Muthukumar. Balasubramaniam is the petitioner as well as de facto complainant of this case. Muthukumar is the respondent accused. Police has been shown as the second respondent. This is a criminal original petition challenging the order of the trial court in a criminal miscellaneous petition. Before going to the facts of this case, let us see what Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children Rules 2007, Rule 12, Sub-Rule 3 speaks about. Rule 12, Sub-Rule 3 contemplates a specific procedure in fixing the juvenility of a person concerned. It says, firstly, the court has to obtain a matriculation or equivalent certificate of the accused. In the absence of the same, the date of birth certificate from the school first attended by the accused other than the place school should be taken into consideration. Only in the absence of those both certificates, birth certificate given by a corporation or municipality or a panchayat should be taken into consideration. Lastly, it says, in the absence of the above said three certificates only, bone ossification test can be ordered by the court. Now coming to the facts of this case, on the basis of the complaint given by the de facto complainant, a FIR was registered against the accused under section 341, 326, 307 and 506 part 2 IPC. After investigation, a final report was filed before the learned CJM for the above said offences. While the case was pending, the accused filed a petition before the CJM to fix his age as he claimed juvenility on the date of occurrence. The petition was taken on file by the court below, and the court took into consideration of the ration card, birth certificate and also the evidence given by the mother of the accused. The court also directed a medical officer to examine the accused to determine his age, and also a report was received in this connection by this court. The court, that is the CJM court, after considering all the materials before it, declared that the accused was a juvenile on the date of occurrence. Stating so, it transferred the whole case records to the JJ board. Aggrieved by the order of the CJM, the de facto complainant has preferred this present criminal original petition. Now, the High Court held the order of the CJM is purely violative of Rule 12, Sub-Rule 3 of Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection Rule 2007. The High Court stated, the lower court straight away took into consideration of the birth certificate and the medical report of the medical officer. With these two materials, the court came to the conclusion that the accused was a juvenile at the time of occurrence. And the court also discussed, as a matter of fact, it should be kept in mind that while the criminal original petition was pending before the High Court, the learned counsel appearing for the de facto complainant, that is the petitioner, also submitted a school certificate of the accused, stating that the petitioner, after making a great effort, was able to get this school certificate of the accused from the school where he studied. And in that certificate, the date of birth of the accused was shown as 10/4/1995. The learned counsel argued that if that date was taken as the date of birth, then the accused would have completed the age of 18 years at the date of occurrence. But the counsel for the accused stated that as that certificate was produced by the de facto complainant, the same cannot be acted upon till its authenticity is tested and necessary information is collected from this school. The court accepted the version of the defense counsel at this point alone, but held that the orders passed by the CJM is violative of Rule 2 of Juvenile Justice Care and Protection Rules 2007. It also further stated that if the court below had taken some efforts, it could have found out the certificate given by the school, because when the de facto complainant is able to produce the birth certificate given by the school, then if the court had put some efforts, definitely it would have got the same certificate which is produced by the de facto complainant. But again the court held that as the certificate was produced by the de facto complainant, the court, that is the High Court, could not go into the authenticity of the certificate placed before it, and held that the court below should make an independent inquiry with this regard, and it also directed the JJ board to transfer the bundle to the CJM court.